What's good, everybody on YouTube? It's your boy Jay Budokai, and today, with all the crazy announcements that recently just happened a couple days ago, if you haven't been like under a rock or if you haven't been listening, you know that Dragon Ball Super is back. Beerus is getting his own remake for the Battle of Gods, and today I just want to talk about all the Dragon Ball Super characters because I feel like we don't talk about them enough. Because Dragon Ball Super has introduced some of the coolest characters to the Dragon Ball franchise, some of the best characters in my opinion. So we're gonna go by arc and just show you what I'm talking about. So first we got Beerus, of course. In Battle of Gods, we got Beerus himself, just introduces the whole gods and the god of destructions and that whole type of thing in the Dragon Ball universe, with Whis being his angel and being his master on top of that. Like, it's just such a cool little thing to add it with Beerus. And Beerus is a lot of people's favorite characters in the Dragon Ball franchise. And you know, Battle of Gods is a Z, but Beerus is part of Super, so I'm giving Super Beerus, you know, because Beerus is a really cool character. He's kind of like an anti-hero, kind of like a neutral-based character, but really helps out Goku in the game when they really need it, especially in Resurrection of F. Now, going into Resurrection of F, Resurrection of F is most definitely the weakest arc of all of Dragon Ball Super. Easily is the weakest arc because Frieza is already a character we have. We get Golden Frieza to put him on the level of Vegeta and Goku and them, but really there's not a lot of new characters. I mean, there is the new characters like Shisami and the little ugly dude Sorbet that hits Goku with his ring, but we don't really care about those characters. Frieza, the Resurrection F arc didn't really add anybody cool, let's be honest. We weren't hyped for anyone on Resurrection F, let's just be completely honest. Come on now. If you're hyped for people on Resurrection X besides Frieza, you're lying. On to the next arc, where we really start getting some cool characters, is the Universe 6 arc. So in Universe 6, this is the map we got fighting here. Look, I just gave you guys some eye candy to look at here with Budokai Tenkaichi 4. I just wanted to put the characters on the screen so you guys have something to look at, all right? But we got Tournament of Power where they add, not Tournament of Power, we got the Universe 6 where they add Champa, and we get to start understanding, wow, we got more battle gods, we got more, not battle gods, we got more destroyer gods. And it starts getting you think like, are all of them related to Beerus? Because the Universe 6 one just happens to be Beerus' brother. But then we start to learn more and more as we go through the other arcs that the universes are twin universes, and this just happens to be these two universes that have brothers that happen to be gods of destruction. But the coolest thing is we start to see other Saiyans. We get Cabba. Now Cabba, I feel like Cabba could have been way cooler, but you know, they tried their best with Cabba. He's all right. He's an all right character. He's still a Saiyan at the end of the day, and he's a Saiyan that, you know, is from a different universe, Salada, and they're still Planet Salad. They never got taken over by Frieza, and you get a new Frost demon. We get Frost. Isn't that his name? I can't even remember his name, bro. Hold on, let me think. Dang, I really can't remember his name. Is his name Frost? That's it, right? Okay, I don't remember. Look, he's cool as well. Like, he get the whole faking it, like, oh, I put these wars out and then I end the wars that I put on. Like, that's just crazy stuff for a whole new type of look on Frieza's people. It's really cool to see that they decided to do it that way and not just have him straight up be evil. And then with him going into the fight, they already know ahead of time, like, all right, bro, let me see your final form. We know you're in your first form. They're like, oh shit. He's like, y'all know I'm in my first form? We're like, yeah, bro, like, we fought someone like you before. So it's really cool. Like, we got characters like Frost, and then, come on, the MVP of Universe 6, at least right now, in the tournament, I mean, the Universe 6 vs 7 arc, Hit. Come on now. Hit is such a cool ass character that they introduced in this game with the whole, like, this character's strength is his technique and not him just being so strong. You know, we get a little bit of that with Boo just being made out of goo and being kind of unkillable, you know, in a way, with him always being able to come back together. That's not just his strength alone that makes him a hard opponent. It's the fact that you have to destroy every bit of him in order to beat him. But we get Hit, who really gets to show that off with his time manipulation. And, you know, they do show that strength itself can help you break through his manipulation of time. But at the end of the day, his whole time manipulation gimmick was super sick. And then Hit's personality as a character just making him so, like, cold and so, like, time to make the donut. So, like, I'm just going to straight up and just kill you. You know, I just need to do what I need to do. I'm an assassin. I'm just going to get this over with. Y'all lucky I can't kill, because if I could kill, I'd just be killing y'all immediately and just be getting this over with and getting my reward. But at the same time, making Hit kind of like a real nigga. Like, he like, you know what, Goku, you kind of cool, bro. Like, you was whooping my ass a little bit, but I kind of respect that. Excuse me there. I kind of respect that. Like, that was really cool of you, Goku. Like, you really taught me something. You taught me maybe I should train to get a little bit stronger. And that itself was super cool. Like, Hit is a really cool character, and I feel like Hit is one of the better characters they've shown off. Like, Beerus and Hit are two of the best characters that we have gotten from Dragon Ball Super, along with Whis. Whis is really cool, but like we don't get a lot of Whis because of the fact that Whis is so strong and that Whis is just such a different character. You know, Whis is not someone they really want to give a lot of shine to because of the fact that he's really supposed to be neutral, where Beerus can kind of do whatever he wants as a god, and Whis is supposed to keep him in check a little bit. So Beerus kind of plays neutral, but he's really on Goku and the gang side because he fucks with Goku and he just wants Goku to fight him later. You know, we all know that. Moving on to the next arc, we got, we're not even gonna talk about Copy Vegeta. No Copy Vegeta. We don't give it, I don't care about Copy Vegeta. He was not no cool character. Was that even after or was that before? I don't remember, but we got Goku Black. Come on now. Hold your fire. This man is not black. Like, Goku Black is one of the coolest villains in all the Dragon Ball universe. Goku Black is my favorite villain in Dragon Ball because he has that perfect, he has the perfect aura to be Goku Black. It's not just, hey, I'm evil Goku. It's like, I'm a god in Goku's body and I'm getting the mortal straight. The Zero Mortals plan being his whole ideal and him talking all grandiose and feeling like he's above everybody. And the way he speaks, he's like, this body yearns for you, Goku. Like, Goku Black is so sick. Goku Black is easily my favorite character from Dragon Ball Super because Goku Black is just super sick. And the way that they do him in the manga and the anime, both a little bit different, but still really cool. Giving him his own Saiyan form with Rose, because it's just like someone else in his body, mixing the God Ki that he had within him, giving him the Rose to make him, or giving him like the extra little key to make his hair pink. I wonder if Goku and Vegeta could tap into Rose, because I don't really know what makes him have Rose. Is it because he's a Kai and his God, like he actually has divine ki, or is it just, I don't really know. I don't want to think too hard about that because then you started getting a little plot holey. We're not gonna think too hard about it. But him getting Rose was super sick, and him being like really his own character compared to Zamasu was really cool. Like Goku Black was different than Zamasu. Him and Zamasu weren't just the same dude, even though they are the same dude, but they weren't just like, oh, I just act just like Zamasu. They have similar ideas, but Goku Black didn't want to go for immortality. He just went for Goku's body because Goku, and then him being in Goku's body gave him that, I want the thrill of the fight. I want to battle. Like it gave him that battle Saiyan energy because he started to love the fight. He started to get stronger in every battle. And it was super duper cool having them go through the arc with Goku Black, and then Goku Black like not understanding how they're getting this much stronger with the hyperbolic time chamber, and him still able to up his strength and not even understanding the levels to his own power because he's never had to use Saiyan energy like this before. He's not understanding how he's getting this much stronger throughout the fight. He's like, I don't even know how I summoned these clones to fight with me. I don't even understand what's going on either. Oh my god, it was so sick. As well as him being a god with the time ring and using that to his advantage. Like Goku Black was very well done. That arc was really cool. Wow. That arc was super dope. Besides the ending for the anime and the manga was a little lackluster. We're not gonna lie. It could have been way better, but it was what it needed to be. Look, it was what it needed to be. That's all I'm gonna say. Now we move on to let me talk about Fuse Zamasu now. Fuse Zamasu, he was awesome. Now we all knew that was what's gonna happen with them wearing the Patoras the whole time. We know at some point they were gonna fuse, and we get Fuse Zamasu. He was a really cool design with the Saiyan hair, he really was the perfect fusion of the two Zamasus. The Saiyan hair with the Kai body, and then him speaking all grandiose, and it was kind of like a completion of Zamasu's two halves, two ways of thinking coming together as one, as like, should I just go for power or should I go for immortality? Should I go for the strong mortal body that I see, or should I just keep my own and make me unbeatable? Well, why not both? And that was the fusion of Fuse Zamasu, and him still talking all grandiose like a crazy maniac who thinks he knows all mortals and all beings and what they should be. Look at that. This color, is it not beautiful? Love the way he talks. Oh my god. So yes, Fuse Zamasu super sick. I can't wait to see if they're gonna redo I know they're gonna redo Beerus and they're gonna redo Frieza. Are they gonna redo Goku Black? I kind of want them to redo Goku Black. I wonder if they can give it a different ending, if they can steer it a different way, and if we get more of the manga, then we get Super Saiyan Goku Black, which is super sick. I like that Goku Black could tap into Super Saiyan because, Goku Black just looks cool, so having Super Saiyan Goku Black 2 would be awesome. But moving on to the next arc, we got the Tournament of Power. You see we got our go of the Tournament of Power right here. Jiren, and introducing all the other universes. Like the whole thing, the fact that Dragon Ball Super even gets into the whole other universes is such another thing to deepen the mythos and the lore of Dragon Ball in general. It's just, Dragon Ball Super adds so much to Dragon Ball, and I feel like it doesn't get enough love for that. It does not get enough love for the fact that it adds all these other universes, it adds all these characters, and I would just really hate for them not to capitalize on that before the end of Dragon Ball Super. So with Dragon Ball getting this whole like reawakening and stuff, I can't wait for the manga to continue because I know for a fact they're not going to end it this soon. The manga's going to have at least 3 more arcs. I'm feeling it. The manga's going to have at least 3 more arcs because they're taking their time getting the Moro in the anime, and we will talk about Moro here in a second. But let me finish Turn of Power. I'm just yapping it up here because I'm just so hyped for all this new Dragon Ball Super stuff. But as we know, we got the Tournament of Power. Tournament of Power introduces a lot of amazing and really cool characters. So we get the Universe 11 folks. We get the Pride Troopers, which is really, really cool to me. The Pride Troopers is a dope little faction that they added on into the Dragon Ball mythos. And I really feel like I wish we got to see Gohan interact with them a little bit more. Because I feel like Gohan would have some respect for the Pride Troopers in some way. He's like, yo, like, I'm the Great Saiyan, man. Like, am I not a Pride Trooper in some way at my own universe? And he does the little dances and shit. The Pride Troopers has their poses and stuff. I know Jiren don't really include himself with them because Jiren's like, look, bro, I'm just here to get strong, bro. I don't really give a fuck about what y'all doing, bro. I'm just here to be strong and to just show justice and to take out evildoers with my pure strength and pure energy. But besides that, we got Toppo and Dispo, which are pretty cool characters. Toppo and Dispo are really cool. And then some of the Pride Troopers, they have really cool designs and cooler abilities. But, you know, they were a little forgetful here and there, but that's just because it wasn't like their time to shine. Hopefully we get a Universe 11 arc where there's a big bad in Universe 11 or maybe throughout all the other universes, and we get to interact with the Pride Troopers some more. So some of the other Pride Troopers can get some love. You know, that'd be really cool. And then we go over to more Tournament of Power. We got Universe 6 Saiyans, Caulifla and Kale. Like, oh, come on. Caulifla is everyone's favorite Universe 6 Saiyan. Let's just be honest. I love Caulifla. She is so sick. And then Kefla, their fusion is so sick. Kefla is a really, really cool character. And seeing another Potara Saiyan fusion besides Vegito was really awesome to get to experience. Kefla was super cool. And having it be someone that pushed Goku to Ultra Instinct was, I mean, that was such an awesome fight. We get the Goku sliding on this shit, sliding over the top with the Ka over the top of the back. Come on now. Just peek. You know what I'm talking about. Against Kefla, it's like, now you're in the air, you lose. Nah, it's not what you think. I can slide on your Ki Blast with my Kamehameha and then blast you. Like, oh my God. That shit was just so peak. It was just so peak. But besides that, we got other characters in the universe. We got the Namekians of Universe 6 were also kind of cool. You know, they didn't get that much love, but the fact that they were all the Namekians fused together to make 2 warriors was just really dope because we were like, you know, Namekians can do that. And the fact that Universe 6 decided to go that way. You know, Universe 7 most definitely could have went to Planet Namek and been like, oh, look, y'all, we need one of y'all to fuse into something crazy because we need to fight. You know, imagine they brought that guy too instead of Master Roshi. Like, I don't know, they Universe 7 did not dig into their bag to get their team. They just went with who they knew. And I mean, I'm not mad at them for that because they knew crazy people. So like, of course they just got those guys. But imagine if they went to Jacko and were like, yo, give me someone from the Galactic Patrol to introduce in this. And that kind of steers us to the next arc a little bit with the the Galactic Patrol arc is what they're calling it. You know, a little bit, you know, I'm gonna hold off on this. Let's talk about the movies. Let's talk about the movies before I get into that because I don't want to spoil anything if you guys haven't seen that. So we go into Broly. We finally get to see Broly as an actual character. They redevelop him a little bit. They change up how he works and his whole motivation. And honestly, I think they make Broly a complete character. They make him a really well done character on top of that, giving him real motivation, as in he's fighting for like his father's pride in a way, and his hate for Vegeta kind of like isn't something like he has, but it's something that's kind of given to him by his father because like, look, we're on this dumbass planet because Vegeta sent us here. And it makes sense for him to want to hate Vegeta as well. But at the same time, he kind of just has he just does what his father tells him to do because he's kind of like a wild animal in a way. Not like in like a he can't be controlled, but in the fact that he is controlled the whole time. Like he's kind of treated like Paragus' pet, which is kind of sad for Broly, but at the end of the day, it's kind of a good way to take his character because when you finally separate him from Paragus, he kind of gets that weight off his shoulder and he kind of like becomes his own character. He starts to talk more. He starts to want to understand Saiyan pride that Goku and Vegeta teaches him. And I really like the fact that they kept Broly around and they want to make him more into the story. That's what I'm hoping to see. I hope we see a lot more Broly as the manga goes on. That's why I'm hoping for more arcs in this next arc. They don't just do the Black Freeze arc and then end it, you know? Hopefully we get, my bad, punching the mic. Hope we get more arcs here and we get to see Broly evolve more as a character because even though they did a whole movie with him, I feel like Super is still underutilizing Broly. My God, I could not get that word out. Still underusing him for what the whole anime's about and the whole show. So like now we finally got Broly. Spam Broly in all the arcs. I want to see this man more. We love Broly. Let's see what he can do. Let's see him fight and get out of control. Now everyone's fighting Broly. Even the enemy and Goku are fighting Broly together. Like, yo, we need to calm this nigga down before he kill everybody in the whole universe. You know, like, come on, tell me that wouldn't be so sick. Or let me get Broly versus Beerus. Oh, come on. We know we're leading up to Broly versus Beerus. Let's just make Broly the new god of destruction. Cause come on now, once Beerus hangs it up, Broly feel like would be a great candidate for that after he learns the teaching of Goku's and after he learns the teachings from Goku and Vegeta and all of them. Like, I really feel like Broly is a great next up for the god of destruction. But yeah, Broly is a great character. Chi-Lai and Lemma are also really two cool side characters that they paired with Broly, and I'm really happy that he has like some friends that aren't just Saiyans. He's not just sitting around waiting for Goku and Vegeta, and they all get to chill on Beerus' planet with him. So I really think that's a really cool little triple group there, triple group. A really cool trio of those guys, Broly, Chi-Lai, and Lemma. I think they're really cute together, and they're not like, they're kind of like their own thing. They're not heroes, they're not villains. They kind of just do whatever's best for them. And I really enjoy that that's a thing right now for them. So let's move on to Superhero. Now our boy Gohan gets his own form, he gets Beast, and then Piccolo finally gets some respect. He gets his power awakened state where he gets light skin, and then he gets his orange Piccolo where he's all big and buff. Like, whew, I love those forms. Those are awesome, and they felt deserved for Piccolo. Like, as being part of Kami and being people that gave up wishes and protected the Z Fighters for so long with the Dragon Balls, for Shenron to finally bless him and awaken something within him only makes sense for someone like Piccolo. And I'm really happy that Piccolo's finally someone that can contribute to the story and then he fights again. And now he's not just a jobber like he was in the Buu Saga. Oh my god, Buu Saga Piccolo is like the worst rendition of Piccolo. Like, Buu Saga Piccolo is just so sad. Like, just go back and watch the Buu Saga and look at what Piccolo does. The Buu Saga takes place after the Android Cell Saga. Arguably the best version of Piccolo we ever see in that saga. Him going hand in hand with Android 17. Him going hand in hand with Cell in his first form. Like, Piccolo was really holding his weight in the Android Cell Saga. Then you get the Buu Saga and Cell and I keep saying all these different people. Piccolo is just like a jobber. He's just like, oh wait, Majin Buu, before you fight us, don't you gotta kill everybody on Earth? Why would he say that? And then whatever. That's besides the point. Look, he's buying for time. He gonna say some stupid shit. Whatever. That's besides the point. Let's keep going with the superhero movie. Then we get the Gammas, Gamma 1 and 2. And we get Dr. Hato, blah, 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 blah. I don't really care about it. But the Gammas are super cool. I actually really do enjoy the Gammas. They are really cool characters, and they are actually good guys. They're actually superheroes, because as the story's going on, they're like, I don't know what we've been told is really holding up, because this is not really making any sense. Like, I'm not really agreeing with what these people are telling us, and I don't know. Like, they start to realize they're on the wrong side a little bit. But I'm really sad that Gamma 2 is technically gone. I really hope they can rebuild them in a way, because like, I don't see why Dr. Hato couldn't make Gamma 2 again with the help he has from Capsule Corp working over there now. I really hope they can bring him back in a way, because I don't know, Gamma 1 without Gamma 2, it's missing something, man. And I love the Gammas. The Gammas are both really cool characters. And then we move on to Cell Max. You know, Cell Max is just kind of there to be someone for Gohan to fight, let's just be honest. But Cell Max isn't really that cool. I really hate that they just made his second form really big. But he's just a big monster. He was incomplete, so no wonder he made no sense, and he was just a big monster. He was incomplete. They just unleashed him as he was, so he couldn't control himself, nor could he control the power he had within him. That's what made him no real threat. So yes, that is all the anime and the movie stuff that we know of. I'll move into the manga characters a little bit. I'm not going to talk too crazy about them, because it's already about 20 minutes here, but I want to touch on them a little bit. So if that's it, yeah, that's all you're here for. Leave a like and subscribe down below. Your boy is trying to hit 500 subscribers. I will really appreciate it. But moving on to the manga characters, we got Moro. Woo! That's the next arc that's about to happen. And let me tell you guys right now. These next two manga arcs are some of the best arcs in Dragon Ball Super. Like, it's crazy that some of the best stuff in Dragon Ball Super is finally about to get animated. And like over half of the fan base knows nothing about some of the best stuff we're about to get. Woo! The Moro arc is so good. Moro is such a good villain. Like, he's such a threat in like his own way, with him being like magical and him being like an old universe threat. It kind of deepens the universe lore some more. Like, the Kais had to take this guy down way back in, because he was just so insane. He was just so crazy. And then we get some more lore about the Galactic Patrol, and we bring in a Galactic Patrol character, Mieris. Like, woo, Mieris is so cool. Mieris is one of my favorite manga characters, honestly, because of like him training Goku and showing Goku what it means to be a real hero and showing him justice, which kind of makes sense with Super, because, you know, Super Goku, he's really like, I'm just gonna fight the strongest guy. He really has the I'm gonna fight the strongest guy energy, and as not as heroic as he could have been, like how he was before. Like I know the anime makes him a little bit more heroic than he really is, but Mirrors kind of shows him what it really means to be someone who has justice, and I really like that Mirrors is a character, and then we find out all the other stuff about him. And Mirrors is just a really, really cool character that they introduced within Dragon Ball Super, being an angel in training. Deepens the lore of the angels. Like, okay, we could have some angels out here in other universes just secretly training and trying to learn what it means to be mortal and understand them, and then to become an angel of a universe at some point. And it's just really cool that they decided to add someone like that within the show, and then show punishments for going against the code of being neutral as well, by him just being erased from existence for using his power and fighting someone he's not supposed to fight at all. That was really cool. And shout out to Mirrors and the whole Moro arc. We got some really cool characters, as well as the other characters that were in Moro, like 7-3 was super sick. I know he was just there for Moro to absorb, but him being a character and his design was really cool. His ability was really cool. Shout out to that guy. And then we move on to the final arc that we got so far of the manga, Granola, and the Heaters. Woo, those are really, really cool characters. I really enjoy. Let's talk about the Heaters first, because the Heaters kind of deepen the lore of Frieza. Like, man, who was Frieza selling these planets to? The Heaters, man. The Heaters kind of filled the vacuum that Frieza left when he got murked by Goku all those years ago, and then he got murked again when he came back and went golden. I really like that they kind of deepened that a little bit more and showed off, like, man, like there was more people like Frieza out there. Frieza just kind of corralled them all into going into him because Frieza was so strong. Now, I really like that they had some other characters like Granola to show what happened to other worlds that got taken out by Frieza, if there was any other survivors out there. And make a lot of sense, because I was like, man, like, shouldn't there be more people like Vegeta out there who's like been other Frieza's rule that hates Frieza because Frieza like destroyed his world or something like that? Like, it would make more sense for there to be a lot more people like that, for how many worlds Frieza has destroyed and how advanced some worlds could be. There could be someone that was off planet that's like tried to go home and their planet was just occupied by the Frieza force. Now, that's probably happened, and then they got back home and then they just got killed immediately. That's probably been a thing that's happened a bunch of times. But we get to see someone who survived, and that being Granola, and then we get to understand his story, and there being a Namekian on his planet, and there being other Dragon Balls from other Namekians, because there was that great catastrophe that sent the Namekian that went to Earth. Shouldn't there have been Namekians that went to other places? Maybe this guy that was a Namekian on Granola's planet was the one who tried to run away and survive off planet Namek, like there's just lore. Dragon Ball Super really added a lot to Dragon Ball, and these manga arcs were really awesome, and I cannot wait for them to get animated and see a cool character like Granola, who took years off his life to become the strongest in the universe so that he could fight Goku and Vegeta and put up and try and get back at the Saiyans for what they did. And then Goku and Vegeta being like, bro, we had nothing to do with this. And then Granola being like, yeah, like, Granola learning to like kind of let go of that, because the people that he's trying to get back at aren't the people that did what was done to him, And then at the end of the day, his family was saved by a Saiyan. And what Saiyan, no less? Bardock. I mean, we get some more lore about Bardock. Bardock learning the ways of like, man, maybe, we don't always have to listen to Frieza. And Bardock really being that guy at the end of the day to really try and stand up to Frieza. He's always been someone that went against Frieza when he tried to lead Granola and his mother to safety and fight Gas. Oh, man. That shit was just so gas. Right? But yeah, that's where I'm gonna leave it at. We're gonna wait till the Heaters and stuff get animated to really talk about them some more. So we'll be back to talk about the Heaters in let's say 5 years, because we don't know how long it's gonna take them to get to Moro. And the stuff we're gonna see with Moro getting animated, bruh, it's just gonna be so fire. And then Ultra Ego, and then oh my god, I can't wait for these. I can't wait for all the stuff they're gonna introduce. But yes, that's what we're gonna end here. Dragon Ball Super has some ultimate characters, some truly peak Dragon Ball characters, and I really feel like it's not talked about enough how Dragon Ball Super has added some amazing characters to the mythos of Dragon Ball, and that Dragon Ball Super really does, Dragon Ball Super really does get a lot better as it goes on. Like each arc is better than the last, in my opinion. You got Goku Black and Determinate Power, awesome. Determinate Power was great. Goku Black was such a good villain. Did we get Moro? Oh my god, the Moro arc is so fire. And after Moro, you get Granola. Like, man, Moro is probably my favorite arc of Dragon Ball Super. It just has everything you love about Dragon Ball. A crazy villain, an awesome transformation, characters evolving and getting stronger. We get a really, really cool side character in Mirrors. Like, I cannot wait for them to get to the Moro arc animated, man. But let me know what you guys think down below. Do you think Dragon Ball Super characters don't get enough love? Do you think you're sick of seeing Dragon Ball Super characters now? Let me know. Man, that's gonna be it for your boy. See ya.